Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news. We have a small update with Alpha 3.20. CitizenCon is only 3 weeks away. We'll talk a little bit about that. And we've got new missions which should be in-game later this year with Alpha 3.21. So we had an Inside Star Citizen mission to make. I'm going to do a quick summary of that because it focused on a couple of these new missions. Missions help cover various gameplay that Star Citizen has to offer. It's a gateway into that gameplay in a lot of places and helps you sort of like, it takes your hand, shows you how to get involved with certain gameplay, and obviously offers unique opportunities. It's also a way that the devs can use new features or current features and make something interesting with them. Cloud Imperium have been working on new data heist missions. It will be from the mission giver Bit Zero, which is sort of like a rich boy hacker organization, kind of Robin Hood crossed with Anonymous. The mission will involve infiltrating security locations and underground facilities, so it's an unlawful mission, but it's for the greater good. You will, however, be fighting security staff and stuff like that, so you may have a bit of a moral grey area there. Fight your way to the mainframe area, and then you want to hack or otherwise access the data there. There may be other ways than just using a crypto key, probably with codes and stuff that you can find during the mission. This will then allow the external connection from the hacker, and then you'll have to sort of defend the server while they grab the data over a period of time. There will be waves of enemies that will start to attack you. This may be at erratic intervals to keep you on your toes. During the mission, some of the servers will overheat as well as cooling gets turned off in an effort to stop you. So you're going to have to keep those sort of coolers, those servers functional, while also protecting them from sort of NPCs that are going to be attacking your position and trying to, I suppose, attack the servers as well to get them offline. Enemies, for me, this is a really nice Payday style, take and hold sort of event mission where you'll have to keep everything going properly. There's a couple of plates to spin. Enemies will be attacking different servers, and sort of different servers may go down to cooling issues, and the irregular nature of the attacks, that can be quite interesting as well. There's no word yet if there's going to be any counter missions for Data Heist, but I would actually expect some, because obviously this is an unlawful mission. Players may be tasked to go and deal with sort of like the data breach there. Cloud Imperium also said they've got a load of new tools to help build future missions too by building that Data Heist mission. We also have Blockade Runner. So Blockade Runner is a replacement for the Nine Tails Lockdown event. So participation for that event was poor. CIG want players to be excited about these events and actually be engaging for them. They want large numbers of players to come together because they're global events, some of them, and this is a new global event. Criminal Faction, which I assume can be set as lots of different ones, sets a blockade around a space station or space stations. They are targeting a specific trade resource and are trying to choke the economy. So in this case, it's going to be raw quantanium. Players will be tasked by taking this material from one of the LEO stations, one of the low orbit stations around planets, taking raw quantanium in this case to another sister station, so a non-LEO station, and then selling that at the admin offices there. So yeah, raw quantanium's used in production of quantum fuel. This material is going to go inert pretty quickly, so according to what we saw on screen for the mission, you have a couple of hours once the mission starts to get as much raw material as possible, up to potentially 2 million CSCU delivered. This is a cargo transport and space combat mission. There are going to be loads of enemies that keep coming back in waves to try and prevent you from doing this. You'll literally have to run the blockade to get to the space station, then quantum travel to, after you've picked up all the goods, quantum travel to the station that you want to go to. You're going to have high chances of being interdicted en route. You'll have to break through the blockade, potentially on the other side, land, sell, and then continue doing that loop. There are a ton of opportunities here for escorting large cargo haulers, multi-role cargo ships, pure combat assistance, based on how you want to do it, how many players that you can do it with, and obviously it's a global event, so there's going to be loads of people doing this, sort of all working together. Will players be able to help out the criminal side? Well, probably. I would really like to see enhanced bounties on criminal ships as a sub-objective during this sort of mission as well. Also, I'm assuming that you have to buy the raw quantanium from that low orbit station, and then you'll get some good money for selling it at the sort of delivery location, as well as there probably being a larger reward for when the mission is completed or failed. The mission is going into wider testing internally at the moment, and is meant to be available for us by the end of the year. I'm assuming that's true of the data heist missions too. If you want to see a video on what to expect between now and the end of the year with the 3.20.x patches and 3.21, I have a video that I will link down below. Mission-wise, so I just want to sort of outline this. Beyond that, for 3.21 by the end of the year, we could see stealing evidence missions, cargo recovery missions, that sort of extensive barge heist event, restoration contracts, mining resource rush. It appears to me that 3.21 will largely focus on expanding out mission content, but we will have to wait and see, and obviously there could be a huge amount of other features included in that patch. It is 3 weeks until CitizenCon, Star Citizen's biggest hype event of the year. It is a big sort of community fest mixed with a ton of Star Citizen's sort of development information. There'll be announcements, there'll be new ships, there'll be gameplay demos, there'll be presentations on a load of cool stuff. It's a 2-day event from the 21st of October. CIG have begun rolling out the process for CitizenCon tickets, so for those of you attending in person, you should find this in your registered email inbox now. Apparently, VIP tickets, for people that have them, had a misprint, which has been rectified, so I assume they've sent another email out for that. There's also an additional VIP event, if you've got a VIP ticket, that's at the CIG LA studio and not at the LA Convention Center, which is obviously the LA Convention Center is where CitizenCon's being held, but there's an additional sort of party. Fear not if you are not attending, because this is all going to be live streamed, at least CitizenCon will be, for free on the twitch.tv/Star Citizen Twitch channel. Zin and I will be covering that with a ton of videos coming out from the 21st of October, when the 2-day of CitizenCon mega event starts. I'd really love to know in the comments below what you are hoping to see at CitizenCon this year. There's also an incoming hotfix for Alpha 3.20, which should drop later today if it hasn't already. It's supposed to address some of the most egregious issues in the patch and server stability, among some other things. 3.20 didn't have the smoothest launch, but Cloud Imperium have outlined that it's a problem largely with the database solution. They're putting loads of hotfixes in place at the moment to solve some of the other problems. It appears that those databases are currently a liability rather than a solution. They are going to fix this in the very short term though, at least that's the plan. You can also expect more mini patches and hotfix patches over the next week or so. It looks like Cloud Imperium are trying to get a 3.20.1 patch out for CitizenCon, and they want that to be in a really good state, at least if that's possible. Boom! I'd love to know what you think in the comments below with what you're expecting to see at CitizenCon. What are your experiences like with 3.20? Obviously, the Arena Commander stuff is fantastic. Like, it's super polished, and there's sort of very little problems there. Master mode's being run at the moment. Really enjoyed playing master modes and testing those out in the Gladius. And, well, Infinite Wave Vandal Storm is a little bit sort of like, oh, so many Vandal. Eventually, you'll just get overwhelmed. But tell me what you thought of that, and Gun Rush, and any other modes that you've been playing in Star Citizen. What do you think is going to be in that Alpha 3.21 patch at the end of the year? And are you looking forward to the Data Heist and Blockade Runner missions, and why? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Want some more immersion with Star Citizen? Then the Tobii Eye Tracker 5 is on sale until October 9th. This gives you native high-precision head and eye tracking in Star Citizen. Very cool for general immersion, for combat both in ship or on foot. They are absolutely fantastic pieces of kit, and both Zin and I have one. Use the links below to grab one or to find out more. NordVPN is amazing and you should buy it. It's so useful, it's easier to tell you what it can't do. NordVPN can't do your taxes. Nord, how much do I owe for VAT? NordVPN can't help you buy more spaceships. Nord, add a terrapin to my shopping cart. NordVPN can't cook for you. No, my cabbages! And NordVPN can't be your girlfriend. Can't or won't NordVPN, if that is your real name. NordVPN.com/BoredGamer will help you connect to the internet more safely, securely, and anonymously, with greater access to the content you want. But can I teach it to love? Links below for the best NordVPN deals around. Every month we have a ship giveaway, and for September, that's for the Drake Corsair, that fantastic exploration ship. Not only will you be able to explore the verse with it, but the ship is perfectly competent at a huge range of gameplay, and is a fantastic mission-running ship. You can use it for cargo, you can put some vehicles in there. it's reasonably good in a fight, one of the true multi-role, multi-crew ships. To be in for a chance of winning one of those, just comment on any of my videos made during the month. More details down below. Also down below are links to be able to support the channel more. There's the join button, making you one of my elite channel members. You'll get occasional exclusive content. There's also YouTube badges and emotes to show your support. There's also Patreon for those of you that prefer that. We try to mirror the rewards on there as well. But just people liking, subscribing, and sharing these videos goes a long way. A heartfelt thank you to everyone that watched the video. I hope you have a great September, and I'll see you in the verse.